wanted to show you that I sit on all day when I'm in the office, and it is so much fun, and I encourage anyone that careful I don't fall off of it, that sits a lot during the day to get a hold of one of these exercise balls and work your core all day while you're getting some stuff done. What is this here? What is that thing right there? So when you get on to do these videos, you suddenly see things that you don't realize is going on. So when I was a little girl, I was playing outside by myself, really little, and so little I don't remember how old I was, but I was old enough to be out there for a few minutes by myself. And a car pulled up, and it was these elderly people, and I lived in suburbia, so from the house door out to the driveway was pretty short. And they opened their car door and said, "Little girl, would you like some candy?" And as good as that candy looked, I remember a fear coming through my entire body like I don't know if I have felt since then. I remember it so well, and thank God I had the wherewithal to look and then to run. And I remember a door slamming and them speeding off, and I remember just pounding and pounding on the door that was probably 30 feet away. And I'm sure my mother opened it right away, or maybe it was even cracked open. I don't know. Unfortunately, my mother isn't around to confirm or deny my story, my memory. And if you fast forward quite a few years, my mother was coming home from work one day and somehow overcorrected on a road that she was driving on by herself and crashed her car and died. And many of you from Virginia know my mother well and spent many days and weekends at my house with her, fawning all over us, because that's the kind of mother that she was. And in April, it marks 23 years since that BMW and my mother crashed into the median. And I bring these two things up because when I notice that I'm stuck on something and I'm having a problem getting myself to do it, I trace the source back, because I know enough now that I know there's a block that is in my own mind. It doesn't necessarily need to be a block. It could be a behavior or an attitude that we have that has been taken over time and become part of who we are based on experiences that we had. People know that if they're going to be late, and I know that they have been in a car and they come home an hour or two late, that they will have hell to pay, because in my mind they had died in a car crash. Over time, releasing my mother from the world, releasing the pain associated with that, I've become much more of a safe driver. I was reckless for a while, almost as if I was tempting the devil. I remember taking a friend's Porsche once and driving at obscene amounts of speed, and taking this Porsche Turbo, and just, I don't even know how fast I was going, but it was almost like, what are you gonna do to me? What are you gonna do to me? Took a good look at that and realized why I was doing what I was doing. Now that I am a life coach and an NLP practitioner, I find it fascinating instead of frightening. And I've been brought back into hypnotherapy and remembered stuff that happened before I was able to talk, and things that go on and came out of my subconscious, and why I do what I do. And at the time, I'm blubbering and slobbing and tears are everywhere, and it seems like a very scary experience, and then you come out of it and you're lighter than a feather. And I wanted to share this because when I spoke to someone today that is living in the past and can't release something very traumatic, it can be very difficult to say, trust me, there's another way to see life. Trust me, this doesn't have to be how you think forever. Trust me, you don't have to be afraid. And when people do trust and get to the other side like I have, where my mother is a beautiful, beautiful ongoing experience in my life that I speak to all of the time, and that now I am a responsible driver that respects the road and respects the power of a vehicle, and I don't respond to road rage with road rage like I want you to know that you are able to heal and find laughter and find joy in whatever that thing is back there that you may not even know is back there, because we don't know what we don't know. Has constantly a hidden layer of anger within them, but it only happens at certain times, and other times they're joyful. Well, finding the trigger and going in there and dissolving that can take that behavior and gently release it. But until we know what we don't know, it's very difficult to do on our own. And going into the subconscious, it happens like that. And I find it fascinating. And honoring my mother, because I was thinking about her a lot today, is what got me on here. Wherever you are, doing whatever you do, while you're watching this, I wanted to spread the love, and I wanted to spread gratitude that despite the loss of my mother and my father, and being orphaned at a fairly young age as an adult, a young adult, that truly enjoys my memories. Even the tough times have come back, that I can objectively look now in love and learn the lessons. And the part that hurts the most, if there was any remnant of pain associated with their deaths, it would be that I have a son now, and he will not be able to bask in their love and spoilage that only a grandparent can do. But other than that, I have my angels, and I love them very much. I'm really glad I didn't get in that car when I was a little kid. And I'm really glad that I had seen my mother shortly before she died. And I will always be honored at the hundreds of people that showed up to honor her. So this is for you, Mom. And kisses to you. Peace out. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.